howdy, hey, welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who's all about that Disney life. We now move on to The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, which came out in 2000. Now, once again, I could not find any facts regarding why this movie was made or how the sequel was made, so just bear with me as I get down to the facts that I have found. But I will be giving what I have found off the internet, what everybody thinks of this movie in terms of good qualities and bad qualities to this sequel. So let's start off with a little bit of a summary to kind of tie up the whole story of this movie in a little paragraph. In order for Ariel to protect her daughter from the sea witch Morgana, who happens to be Ursula's sister, Ariel forbids Melody from going into the ocean, and she doesn't tell her daughter the fact that she comes from mermaids, her mother being one. That's kind of a big deal. 12 years later, Melody finds a magic locket that her grandfather, King Triton, once gave to her as a baby, but Melody obviously doesn't remember that because she was a baby, and King Triton threw it into the ocean after the whole beginning scene. I don't need to go into it. But when Melody finds it, she discovers that it shows the city of Atlantica and all these mermaids. Ariel and Melody then get into this big fight. Melody decides to run away to go on her own undersea adventure, meets up with the witch, gets turned into a mermaid, and then this whole battle happens to ensue. If you haven't seen the movie, you know what I mean. If you haven't seen the movie, watch it if you want, but you be the judge. Now that we know the plot, let's get to know this cast. Tara Strong was Melody, Jodie Benson was Ariel, Samuel E. Wright was Sebastian, Pat Carroll was Morgana, Buddy Hackett was Scuttle, Kenneth Mars was King Triton, Max Casella was Tip, Stephen First was Dash, Rob Paulson was Eric, Clancy Brown was Undertow, Cam Clark was Flounder, Renee Auberjonas was Chef Louie, K.E. Cutter was Grimsby, Edie McClurg was Carlotta, D. Bradley Baker was Cloak and Dagger, and Frank Welker provided the vocal effects for Max the Sheepdog. Now we move on to the facts all about Little Mermaid 2. Number 1, the release. This was a direct-to-video release that came out on September 19th, 2000. It was released onto video on May 7th, 2001 in the United Kingdom. Number 2, nominations. At the Annie Awards, this movie was nominated for Outstanding Individual Achievement for Music Score in an Animated Feature Production, but it lost to Shrek. Tara Strong was nominated for Outstanding Individual Achievement for Voice Acting by a Female Performer in an Animated Feature Production, but she lost to Eartha Kitt for Yzma for The Emperor's New Groove. At the Golden Reel Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Sound Editing for Direct-to-Video for Sound Editorial, but it lost to Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. And at the Video Premiere Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Animated Video Premiere, but it lost to Joseph, King of Dreams. Number 3, bonus facts. While Sebastian sings Here on the Land and Sea, one of the lyrics is Fun and Fancy Free, which is the title of the movie, Fun and Fancy Free from the 1940s. Tip and Dash are inspired by Timon and Pumbaa. Tip is even voiced by the actor that originated Timon in the original Broadway cast of The Lion King. Down to the Sea is similar to Part of Your World. K.E. Cutter, who voiced Grimsby in the Little Mermaid TV series, was chosen to take on the role in this sequel, as well replacing the late Ben Wright, who passed away before the first Little Mermaid movie made it into theaters. Jason Marin, who voiced Flounder, was not in this sequel. Instead, Cam Clark took over the role as an older voice of older Flounder. Morgana was cast with Anne Bancroft in the part, but she was fired and replaced with Pat Carroll due to difficulty in recording Morgana's cut villain song, Gonna Get My Wish. Ariel appears as an adult in this movie and gives birth to a daughter, becoming the first and currently the only Disney princess to become a mother. And Ariel is protective of her daughter as Triton was of Ariel in the first movie. Now we move on to the good points and the bad points of this movie. So the good points: history repeats itself. So basically, it does, regarding Ariel and Melody, how similar they are character-wise and how this is similar story-wise. With the first Little Mermaid movie, Ariel has her collection of human stuff and she wishes for a life on land, whereas Melody, she has a collection of stuff from under the sea and she longs to be in the water all the time and just swim and just wonder what it would be like to be part fish. So it does kind of repeat itself, where Ariel takes on the part of a very overprotective parent as King Triton did in the first Little Mermaid movie. Another good point for this movie is that there is a very strong mother-daughter bond. You can see like that tension when they have that argument where Melody realizes that Ariel has been lying to her entire life, but then Melody realizes that Ariel did what she did for her safety, to keep her safe, to be protected, and that a mother's love can never ever be broken no matter what. What people say are the bad points for this movie is that the animation, it's not as bright and vibrant and colorful like it was in the first Little Mermaid movie. Also, the songs are kind of forgettable, which I kind of agree, because besides the first song and the last song, the rest of the songs throughout the movie, I kind of don't remember what they're about or what the lyrics are. And another bad point that everybody says is that this sequel should have been a little bit longer, which I agree. There should have been a little bit more of a story to tell. There should have been more. We should have seen maybe like some stuff in the beginning with Melody growing up before she turns 12 years old, as to Melody trying to go into the water, her parents or the castle guard stopping her, or the first time Melody ever went into the ocean, the first time Melody met Sebastian, just all that stuff. And there you have it, all the facts to The Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.